deep into the eyes, read them like a book. Trapped inside a prison, gotta free them like a crook. Make off with the loot, made off for the joke. Treated like these cowards never needed what we took, and we repeat it like a hook. Caught in the deep, come back like Wheezy. Card 3, sensation. Wait, then pause the beat. Eyes don't lie, truth still hard to see. They're begging me to show them, they're saying that I owe them, but I'll never give it up. Not for you, not for no one. Foreign ride, touring, soaring, open road, exploring, creepers, sleepers.
Yeah, welcome to the show. This is Smoke the Competition. I'm your host, Eric Sojash. Thank you for checking us out. It's greatly appreciated. You can subscribe to the channel. Please check us out and follow us on Twitter at Sojash Sports. Today's episode, we're diving into Week 10 of the NFL. Man, this has been a heck of a season. We're going to talk about your waiver ads. We're going to talk about your waiver booms. We're going to talk about some players that have just gone bananas for you in fantasy football. We're also going to talk about Week 10 Thursday Night Football preview between the Carolina Panthers and the Chicago Bears. We're basically calling this the DJ Moore game, revenge game for DJ Moore. He was traded just before the draft there, so the Carolina Panthers could draft Bryce Young. So this is the return of DJ Moore. I think he's going to go absolutely bananas. That's my sneak play, my boom player of Week 10. But yeah, sit back, relax, enjoy the show. It's NFL Week 10. Smoke the competition. Let's go. One of the biggest waiver booms this season is wide receiver of the Houston Texans, Tank Dell. This kid has been absolutely phenomenal so far this season, ladies and gentlemen. He is a boom waiting to happen. He's coming off a phenomenal performance in Week 9 where he caught 6 passes on 11 targets for 114 yards and 2 touchdowns. One of them was a walk-off touchdown. Kid is special. He's got a great quarterback that he's building with that actually wanted him on draft night. He told the Houston franchise, go and grab me a receiver. I like me some Tank Dell. Full disclosure, I was a big Tank Dell fan coming into the season. I had him in my top 5 receivers of this draft class. Unlike most consensus, I actually wanted to put him in my top 4, but I had to have Quentin Johnson ahead of him just because I was a little gun shy. I'm sorry, Tank. You are the man. I should have had you even higher. Keep doing your thing. In my opinion, Tank Dell is the next Tyreek Hill. He just has to get on that meal plan, get a little bulkier, and he will be unstoppable. Tank Dell to the moon. The next player I want to discuss that's been a great waiver ad is tight end of the Buffalo Bills, Dalton Kincaid. He's been an absolute boom lately. Ever since the tight end Dawson Knox went on IR, they've been targeting Dalton Kincaid game in and game out. I believe he is the second target in this offense behind Stephon Diggs, and this is an offense led by a great quarterback, so you want a piece of this offense if you can have it. I definitely got him in 3 leagues off waivers. I hope you were able to snatch him up as well. He's going to be going bananas week in and week out. I believe the target share is there. The upside share is there. He's got a great feel for finding spots in the zone. He can beat man with his shifty route running. This kid's only going to get better, and he's only going to get more familiar with Josh Allen. Get your hands on Dalton Kincaid and enjoy the show. All right, let's talk about your Week 10 waiver ads that you got to pick up. Hopefully they're available in your leagues. We can snatch them up. First player I want to talk about that's a must-add in Week 10 is quarterback of the Minnesota Vikings, or should I say the new quarterback of the Minnesota Vikings, Joshua Dobbs. Holy smokes, was this kid incredible. 24 fantasy points with no notice. This guy just shows up and shows out. I thought I was watching Mike Vick reincarnated there, the way he was running all over those Atlanta Falcons. And I had picked the Falcons to win that game. Cost me some money, but hey, Josh, it was worth it. This week, I'm following the trend here. I'm picking you up. I'm riding with the Josh Dobbs train. Get him on your lineups. If you have Jalen Hurts and you're on a bye week and you need a quarterback filler, this guy's an absolute must grab. Put him in your lineups. He's going to have a better offensive coordinator, a better offense around him. So this is a better situation than he's had at any point in time. Get Josh Dobbs and let's see where this goes. First player I want to discuss is running back of the Baltimore Ravens, Keaton Mitchell. This guy's been kind of floating around as a must-add or a stash the last few weeks. I have him in a couple leagues as a stash. This is the week you gotta make sure you pick him up. He's a must-add. He's a waiver smash this week. He went bananas for the Baltimore Ravens last week, and they have a rushing attack that cannot be stopped. Yes, he's going to be behind Gus Edwards, but I believe this kid has a talent to leapfrog Justice Hill and get himself a regular role in this offense, and you definitely want a piece of that. So go grab Keaton Mitchell off waivers, spend a little bit of your fab. I would say around 10% at this point, maybe even up to 15. He is a good grab. He may not be a must-smash player depending on the matchups because, like I said, Gus Edwards is still leading this backfield, but this is a piece of the backfield you definitely want. If Gus is to go down, this is an RB1 with massive upside. The next player we see as a good waiver add this week is Tyler Boyd of the Cincinnati Bengals. Unfortunately for Jamar Chase owners, it looks like he's going to miss some time due to a back injury. They haven't come out and fully said that, but the odds are with the way he landed and the way he responded to that, he's probably going to need some rest. That leaves the door open for Tyler Boyd to get a full-time role in this offense. With Joe Burrow fully clicking and that offense finding ways up and down the field, you definitely want a piece of that offense. Go ahead and grab the old young man in this offense, Tyler Boyd. Pick him up off waivers. Spend around 10 to 15% of your fab. This guy can help you get to the playoffs and beyond, depending on how long Jamar is out. He's a great waiver add in week 10. I'm definitely supporting Tyler Boyd this week. With that fantasy football trade deadline lingering, let's have a look at who's a good trade target, see if we can get someone on your team, push towards that 2023 fantasy football championship. Trade target this week that I want to look at is wide receiver of the Pittsburgh Steelers, George Pickens. I know he's coming off a horrendous performance, so this is the time to lowball your competition there and see if you can snatch him up. This guy has too much talent to pass on. Any pass that goes his way is liable to go to the house. You want that in your offense. You want players that can absolutely boom at any given moment, and George Pickens is one of those players. Mike Tomlin's already come out and said he likes having this kind of fire on his team. George just needs to reel it in, stay off social media, stay on the field, and keep talking to Kenny, find that connection. It hasn't been your fault, George. Kenny's been missing you left, right, and center, but if he calms that down and starts to connect with you, sky's the limit. I'm trading for George anywhere I can. You don't have to offer too much. People are probably low on him. I think he's a great trade target that could help you win a championship. Okay, let's have a quick look at this week's Thursday night matchup. November 9th, we got the Carolina Panthers traveling to Chicago to take on the Chicago Bears. This is going to be a get-back matchup for wide receiver DJ Moore.
Deep into the eyes, read them like a book. Trapped inside a prison, gotta free them like a crook. Make off with the loot, made off for the joke. Treated like these cowards never needed what we took, and we repeat it like a hook. Caught in the deep, come back like Weezy. Card 3, sensation, wait then pause the beat. Eyes don't lie, truth still hard to see. They're begging me to show them, they're saying that I owe them, but I'll never give it up. Not for you, not for no one. Foreign ride, towing, soaring, open road, exploring.
The superstar Justin Fields to return from that thumb injury, so we got Tyson Bagent keeping things together. Should be a decent matchup. Both defenses should be in play in terms of fantasy football this week. But yeah, stay tuned. I got my picks coming this week. Also, your must starts for the Thursday night matchup.
That's it for today's episode. Thank you for joining us. Give us a follow. Once again, subscribe to the channel. I'm Eric Sojash. Peace, love. Let's continue to smoke the competition.